Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a new Blacklist Season 9 discussion. And in case you guys missed the video we put out earlier this week, because the show is airing on Thursdays this fall, we are now doing our Blacklist videos on Thursdays. Funny enough how that works, right?
And we have been doing 2 Blacklist videos all summer long, but also in that video we mentioned that we are now doing 1 a week until the show is back, and then we're going to be back to doing our review and preview, what you guys are used to seeing here at the channel. But yeah, it has moved to Thursday, so until we get to the premiere, we're on Thursdays as well. That gets us all used to the new change.
Yeah, and with the show actually being in production now, which is of course a very celebratory sort of thing,
Yeah.
we just wanted to come on and talk just frankly about the things that we want to see done in season 9. I mean, we'll see if these happen, but there are things that we are just really dead set on wanting the show to bring to us at this point.
But before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Blacklist coverage all season long.
We also have an Instagram at Matt and Jess TV. Why not go over there and check out fabulous baked goods, including butter tarts that Jess made from scratch and donuts that I did not make at all, that I just went and got at a store.
And he ate them.
I think we know which one of these is actually more impressive of the two.
All right, so I'm going to start off with one thing that I'm really looking forward to. You know, as long as there is actually no time jump, I'm looking forward to seeing how Wrestler specifically deals with Liz's death. I think that Wrestler has, last season, he really was sort of this guy in the middle where he was, part of the task force and working there. He's helping Liz, who's on the run. He's helping Reddington, sort of like he was the guy who was sort of like wearing all the hats. Now that Liz is gone, and Liz was someone who's, his coworker, his friend, his love, a romantic partner, like there's so many different levels to his relationship with her, and sort of how much outside the lines he was coloring to help her. I really want to see how he deals with that death, because it can go in a lot of different directions. He can be angry. He can, of course, is going to be grieving. He may want revenge. I mean, there's a lot of different ways it can go. I'm really fascinated to see what's going to happen with him.
I really want full dark side Wrestler. Like, I think it can be fun. I think it could be exciting. Like, he has already broken, like, all the laws of science and jumping out of that hospital bed and, like, running to where Liz is just after his life was in danger.
Yeah.
So why not just have that fuel his anger, his rage? Like, I want to see things get, like, nitty gritty and interesting. I want Diego to have like some really crazy beard, because he's just been like, maybe we have like a 2-week time jump. I guess it wouldn't be that crazy then.
I don't want any time jump. I want to see the raw reaction. I don't want 2 weeks later when he's had enough time to deal with stuff. I want to see it sort of that right away raw emotion. I think this could be a really, really good meaty story for Wrestler.
All right, so the first thing I want to see moving forward, this is just kind of goes back to what the show originally was I just want really fresh, new, weird blacklisters again, where it felt like at the end of season 8 we had a lot of sort of conceptual episodes, or episodes that really just dealt with characters we already knew. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the mythology is important and it's great to come on and have all these theories, but every now and then I want to talk about some, like, crazy person who's, like, taking out people by pouring a bunch of bugs in their mouths, or, like, the stew maker. I like really weird stuff, and this show, it kind of gives you the most realistic form of comic book supervillains possible, and why not embrace that? This is season 9. You're working with house money at this point. NBC's not paying attention to what you're putting on at this point anyway. Just be as weird as possible.
Yeah, I want to see some new, fresh blacklisters. That's a part of the show that I think a lot of us really enjoy, is just the different, weird, funny, strange blacklisters that are out there.
Yeah, just embrace it. Have fun.
Okay, the thing that I'm also really looking forward to in season 9, and I'm hopeful that there will be more of this, are just more scenes with Cooper and Reddington. The thing that I really enjoyed a lot about season 8 was the back and forth with them, with they know they need to share information, but not all information, and sort of seeing more of that developing going into this next season.
And I think the next thing I have just dovetails off of that exactly, because I think we need more substantial stuff for all of the supporting characters. And I mean, I kind of hope that Cooper, and I think we've said this in the past, I hope he's kind of just a main character moving forward, because like you said, the Cooper Reddington stuff is so good and so meaty. And for me, Aram is one of my favorite characters on the Blacklist, and I think it may just be that we're both nerds or whatever, and you know, I see a little bit of my nerdy bad self in him, but he didn't really have anything to do really at all in season 8. And the season before that, it was just sort of like he and Elodie are doing like all this weird, crazy stuff, and I didn't necessarily love all of that either. I want him to have some moments where we really celebrate what makes him special and different from the rest of the task force, and not just Liz eating his croissant that he wanted so badly.
Also, Park needs actual material on this show. I was, pretty excited to see this actress come on the show. I wanted to see what she was going to do. I hadn't really heard of her before, so I was like, oh, cool, someone I hadn't really heard of. Let's see what's going to happen. And besides sort of this bloodlust storyline that they've jumped into a couple times, I still don't know anything about her. And she's been around for a while now. And I just feel like this is a complete missed opportunity to not be giving her a story of her own, something that could be threaded throughout the whole season.
I feel hopeful about this one. I feel hopeful that we are going to get like a couple Park episodes, a couple of Aram episodes. I just think with Liz gone, unless they bring in like some other cast member who's going to take a lot of time, it's just like there's going to be more room to spread things around. You can't put James in every single scene of this show. I mean, James is going to be exhausted like halfway through.
Can.
Okay. You gonna invent some sort of cryogenic chamber that he can sleep in and recover fast.
Okay, speaking of recovery, the thing that I really want to see happen this season, and there's no evidence that this is coming, this is just what I would like to see this season, is some sort of like revealing of Reddington's sickness. Like, wrap it up. It's a storyline that I truly haven't enjoyed seeing. It's the one thing that I've had a hard time with. Like, what is it? What is this illness? Just tell me what the illness is so that we're all part of the journey, like, for him to get better. Like, I want him to get better. I want to know, like, what are the steps? What has he done? What is it? That's what I'd like to see for season 9.
I don't understand why we honestly haven't even gotten this yet. It feels like they just sort of bring it up when they feel like it's convenient or they need to have some sort of reason to add stakes to Reddington's life. And it's just like it'll be interesting to know what this is, and also, is it going to lead to a ticking clock beyond the ticking clock that is so obviously there already?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we had the reasoning for Reddington saying, Liz, you can kill me, whatever, in front of everybody. This will protect you, is because he was dying. But I mean, it felt like he wasn't dying throughout this whole series. It's something that sort of came up in the past little while. And so just let us know what it is. We can this doesn't need to be a mystery. This is something we can all be along for the ride. We all care about Reddington. We want to know that either he's going to be okay, or if he's not going to be okay, that we all kind of know what the timeline is of when we're going to lose him, so we can all kind of have these last moments with him.
All right, so the last thing that I want to see here, and this actually is a mystery that I want, and that is, I want a very different sort of big bad than who we've had in the past, because it feels like a lot of our big bads are Reddington introduces this person, talks about them, they have some sort of lengthy backstory that's tied to whatever part of the mythology. Let's just call him Bob the Baddie for a moment here, but I want Bob, listen, he's much more intimidating than he sounds. I want Bob the Baddie to come into this, and Reddington not really know this person, not really understand why this person is coming after him, to have questionable motives, and then you sort of have this mystery of, okay, why is this person coming at Raymond Reddington in the way in which he is? And I think it sets up a different sort of dynamic where Reddington has long been the person who's kind of had a lot of the answers. I want to actually see him become the person who has to get the answers for a little while, and I think this could be a fun sort of way to facilitate that a little bit.
Yeah, I'd love that. That's a great idea.
All right, Bob the Baddie, you know, Blacklist writers.
Okay, he needs another name.
Well, okay, listen, guys, you know, you guys are professional writers. I'm sure you'll come up with something. I'm not good with names. I named the kid Vernon once in a story, so...
Well, I think we also have Bob and Assassinations from the last video.
Oh, that's true. See, okay, they're all just named Bob here in these videos, but whatever. Okay, what do you guys want on the Blacklist Season 9? Do you have any hopes, wishes, dreams, things you think they will probably actually do? Let us know in the comments, and of course, hit that subscribe button for more Blacklist content. We will be around all the time leading into the start of Season 9. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you here next time.